Hello, amazing, beautiful people. Welcome back to season 7, episode 2. And today I'm going to be sharing about a gorgeous lady who I got the pleasure of meeting about 3 or 4 years ago. She's called Angela, and I met her actually in 100X. So, for those of you who know Pedro Adao, this is where I met this beautiful lady. She came and she became part of our family room that Kev and I were running at the time. And this gorgeous, gorgeous lady was quiet, was a deep thinker and still is, and really quite shy, but shone, just always beaming, always smiling, always showing up. And she just was part of the room, just very quiet, just part of the room. And I guess what I saw in her was she was often overlooked, that people didn't see the beautiful woman that was there. They were looking at other things, maybe judging, maybe condemning, maybe whatever. But I just got this sense that this real treasure of a woman was often overlooked. And so it was lovely to have her in our space where we could see her, where we could interact with her, where we could love her, I guess. And I get the sense that this beautiful lady that I first met had kind of had some challenges as a kid and probably as an adult, where we often, I think many of us feel like we're not accepted or we don't belong, or I feel like she'd come to find her place. She's got an amazing faith, and it's been a beauty to walk with her and see that grow. But it's kind of like she just couldn't quite find where she fitted together. And I think the problem with many people in life, or the story that we're told, or the message we're given, is we're meant to fit in. And that starts when we go to school. Wear the same uniform, wear the same shoes, go to the same classes, do the same thing, do the same writing, do whatever. And it's almost robotic. And this lady's highly creative. And so it was just, yeah, it was lovely to meet her back then. And quiet, kind of step back a little bit, almost like, is this where I'm meant to be, God? Is this what I'm doing? Is this how it works? Because so far, my life hasn't really given me too much excitement. And so, anyway, that's kind of where she was when we met. And I love God because she is such a good and faithful servant. She loves the Lord with all her heart and all her mind. And she's on a journey, just like the rest of us. Like, we're all on this journey. And she's leaning in. She's like, actually, I'm going to lean in. So, as I say, I met this beautiful lady, I don't know, 3 or 4 years ago. We were in the 100X family room. And then she jumped in when I did my first conference and said, yes, I want to be part of your mentoring. I want to learn. I want to grow. I think this is going to be where I am. And she's the only one who has done what next, then winning in the game of life, and now is in the great exchange. And she has lent in. She's never given up. She's kind of stuck in there. And I love her for that. And she's also part of Brilliant. So she went from sort of 100X and we've gone into the Brilliant space, which is an incredible movement with Graham Cook and Dion Van. And they lead this group of awesome people wanting to see the kingdom come. They're discipling all the time. Amazing. So actually, if you're looking for connection right now, Brilliant Circles, just do a shout out for them. It is amazing. It's a beautiful movement to be part of. And actually, we're flying out to America in February to go and meet the crew in person and be at their first in-person event in 9 years. So pretty cool. Anyway, that was a slight sideline. So not only has Angela been in a family room, been in Brilliant Circles, and been part of our crew, she's recently stepped up to facilitate and lead. So exciting to see her come in quiet, stepping back, just sitting, just listening, to leaning in and stepping up and stepping out. It is so cool. So cheering you on, Angela. She's never given up and she's playing the long game. She's not put off by things that don't go right. She's like, okay, what's next? What have you got for me, God? This didn't work out the way I expected, but I'm going to keep moving and I'm going to keep knocking on those doors until something happens because I believe in you, Lord. And I love her because she's quietly confident. But you know what? She's not quietly confident like, She's quietly confident and radiant at the same time. She just, her smile warms up a whole room. And she stands and leads. And she doesn't lead by bark, 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 telling everybody what to do. She leads by coming alongside. And actually, she kind of almost leads from behind because what she does is she listens and she uses her deep thinking and her creativity. And she blows winds in people's sails from behind. So she's actually just, come on, you can do this. And leading, she sits and she's with you in the space. And you know what? It comes because she's experienced some stuff in life. Life has not been easy for her. But, God says, come all who are heavily laden, and I will give you rest. And that's exactly what he's done for her. And he said, take my yoke because it is easy and my burden is light. And that is where she is right now. It is so cool. So, some of the weight that she's got rid of during our time together, she's no longer a hoarder, a gatherer, a clusterer of stuff that she doesn't need. She's cleared her decks. Years of holding, of just in case I might need this, I might need that, I might need whatever. And that comes from fear. That fear has completely gone. She's cleared her decks. She's sorted herself out. The house is tidy. She's organized. Literally truckloads of stuff has gone. Like, well, not truckloads, actually trailer loads or U-hauls as they call them in the States. But ultimately, that stuff has gone, cleared, no more. And she's now got these beautifully clear surfaces. She's got an art room that she can work in and that she can be creative in because she put things away. She resets the room. She takes responsibility. There we go. There's a key for her. She takes responsibility and says, I'm not this person, I'm this person, and I'm going to maintain that. And it has been a journey. But you know what? She stayed in that space. I love her. She's also overcome a lifetime addiction to the television. And that it wasn't that anything particularly fantabulous was on the television. It was more the fact that she was avoiding the life that she had, the moment, the present that she was in. If she could just run away into the movies or into these things, then maybe life would be better. But the downside is the moment you turn the TV off, you're exactly where you were and sometimes worse. And so I love the fact that she's been released from that. Now, no hold anymore. And her time has come back. Oh, funny that. Now she's feeling more productive. Now she's getting more done. Now she's keeping on top of her home. Now she's wanting to put a devotional together. And she's producing her art. Pretty cool, huh? Pretty cool. And then I know actually it was at What Next? At our first conference, What Next? No, Winning in the Game of Life. It was a Winning in the Game of Life conference. So she'd had a year with me. She's produced some amazing bookmarks and art and posters and, beautiful framed pieces. Completely sold out at the Winning in the Game of Life conference. Pretty cool. So she's had sellout of all of her art. But what's been the most exciting thing for me is watching her relationship with God get deeper and higher. And as she's lent into him, she has become happier. She's like, this is so exciting. She's happy, she's content. So instead of living in fear and anxiety and worry and I'm feeling like the world is crushing her, she stands just as I am, I guess, right now. She's like, this is so cool. I'm having so much fun. I'm carving my own path. I'm doing my own thing. I'm loving every part of my life. And it just radiates from her. It is so exciting. She's also clear in her direction and purpose. She knows that being organized, she's highly artistic, highly creative, But with that also comes structure. There has to be. And you know what I love about her? She's brilliant with numbers. So that lovely, logical, mathematical, interesting how there's three pillars that are particularly brilliant in her. One is her deep thinking, which is partly that logical, mathematical. It's putting things in place. It's getting things in order. She is outstanding. Great administration assistant. Great at sorting things out, getting on the computer, getting things done, sorting out numbers, sorting out filing systems. And yet the enemy had got hold of her in her own home. How flippin' rude was that, just quietly? But actually, the joy is that she's now, you are the weakest link, goodbye. And she's organized so everything has a place, everything has a home, and she is ready to go. I just love it. And the fact that she's genuinely living her life on purpose. She's living the life that she was made for, and she's living her dream. So I hope that's been encouraging for you. And if you want to come and meet Angela, she is part of the Great Exchange mentoring crew, but we will be looking ahead to next year. And if you want to meet any of these beautiful people, these are part of the Great Exchange mentoring. So Kerry last week is also part of that group. And what we do is we literally lock arms and we run together. Now, we're all doing our own thing in our own space. Not one of us has got the answers for anybody else because we're not here to be fixed. No one's broken. But what we do have maybe is some wisdom to help each other think and process for ourselves and become who we were called to be. So if you're feeling like you're a little bit lost right now, maybe you feel like Angelo did, shy, a little bit reserved, like the world had not been kind to you. And you just wanted your place to fit together, your place of belonging, somewhere where people would cheer you on, somewhere where people would accept you for the brilliant person that you are. Well, if you're interested in coming and joining us, fill in the form. Just literally www.inspiringperspectives.co.nz, put your name and address and the contacts, and we'll get in touch. It'll be lovely to connect with you, because I am really excited about what's coming in this coming year. God is ready for harvest time, but the workers are few. Are you prepared to be a worker? Are you prepared to be brilliant? Are you ready to be awesome? Are you ready to have your life in alignment the way it was created for you so that you can flourish, so that you can thrive? Well, come and join us. We would love you to take you on this journey of life by design. Have an amazing, God-blessed week. And thank you, Angela, for leaning in, for standing, and for showing up week in, week out, because now it is time for the harvest. God bless.